All right. Welcome back to Geekset Rewind, our recap and rewatch episode. And yo, we got a chance to see The Flash early. First off, I want to say, man, shout out to all the companies, the PR companies that have been giving us early screeners. We've been having a really early, screener heavy June.
It's been a lot.
Yeah, and so Warner reached out to us. They was like, "Yo, we got 25 tickets plus one tickets that we can give to your listeners." And we had an event. We had our first screening event as Geekset, which was really dope. But we got to see The Flash, and today we are going to talk about it. So let me get into the synopsis, and then we can go ahead and get into our breakdown and everything like that.
First 10 minutes or so be spoiler free still?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. First 10 minutes is spoiler free, and then we'll tell you guys when to stop it so that way you can come back for the full spoiler one. All right. So worlds collide when the Flash uses his superpowers to travel back in time to change the events of the past. However, when his attempt to save his family inadvertently alters the future, he becomes trapped in a reality in which General Zod has returned, threatening annihilation. With no other superheroes to turn to, the Flash looks to coax a very different Batman out of retirement and rescue an imprisoned Kryptonian, albeit not the one he's looking for. So, right off the rip, how many Eagles are you giving it?
Bring your mic closer too before you...
I thought we said this already. What was it?
We said it.
3, 5,
yeah.
3. Yeah, 3.
Yeah, 3. Yep.
It was average. It was a really average movie.
It was spectacularly average.
I'm giving it 3 as well. So, before we get into like the full spoilers, just like, the biggest thing for me, like, and I've told you guys and I've said it online, this movie is called The Flash, and I hated everything with The Flash. Everything outside of it was good. All the cameos was good. The action was actually good. The action was fire. And everybody else's story was more interesting for me. Obviously, like to get everybody knows Supergirl's in it.
Yeah,
right.
I was more interested in her story. The different Batmans. I was interested in just like seeing more of theirs. Their action scenes was the best scenes for me out of this movie. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it just that was I'm like, you was fourth, fifth string in your own movie.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's really how I looked at it. I mean, it looked outdated. Like the CGI wasn't the best for 1, 2. Like it was an outdated. I feel like if we would have got it when we were supposed to have got the movie before it got pushed back and all that kind of stuff, it might have held up a little bit more. I could have probably, because I would have had probably more, you have more other movies to kind of like bounce back off of. But knowing that we had to wait and then you watch this and you like, this is really like, especially after fan making the claim, like it's the best. Like
I think that was probably the thing that damned it the most, was that everything that we had heard leading in was about how amazing and how great it was, how or his performance, you go come out of it like, this is the greatest thing ever, and I just didn't.
Yeah, his performance was here's the thing, and I told somebody this. I said, if you enjoyed Ezra Miller's Flash in Justice League, you will like this movie. Because the thing about it is, Ezra Miller, it's not that he can't act, because he can act, right? And the role that he did, he did the role, but his portrayal of the character for me is what takes me out of it. And that's why I don't like it. I don't like his portrayal of Barry Allen, the Flash. And so in this movie, it was more of that. I didn't see any difference from this movie and Justice League and how he acted in Justice League.
No,
which I don't think they're supposed to be.
Yeah, I think that's that's what I was saying. Like the thing of it was like the fact that he was trying to be a little more serious.
Yeah.
But like I said, in my eyes, it felt like it was just it was like a rehash of Justice League.
Yeah.
From like the Flash's point of view.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if the Flash put together the Justice League, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because he even said it at one point and everything like that.
I'm just missing the other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he was trying to find everybody.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you think about it, like it was really that kind of idea.
Yeah. And then last thing before we get into the full spoilers of it, I hate how they did the multiverse.
Oh yeah, the multiverse idea was rushed as a bitch.
I did not like the way they did that shit.
I like that they tried to create their own theory though.
I don't know. Yeah, I respect them for trying to create it, but I'm just like
the theory was okay.
I just the way that they did it. I didn't like the whole.
You talking about how they,
I didn't like the visualization of the multiverse of how they did it.
That's fair. I will say before we get into the spoilers, you touched on earlier when you were talking about Supergirl. She was definitely one of the highlights.
Oh my god, she killed it.
Even I think if we could have got more of her, that would have helped the movie.
I think so too.
Obviously Keaton was back. We all knew that, and I think he killed it.
Yeah, Keaton was bananas. They was like Keaton. You could tell he down there was happy to be back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Which we can have this question real quick before we get into actual spoilers. Which Batman did you like the best?
Oh, Keaton or
Affleck?
Oh, it was Keaton.
We got more of Keaton, so it's.
I mean, but they both had badass moments. But Keaton, I did like Keaton's better. Keaton was whooping ass.
Because Keaton felt nostalgic.
Yeah,
like he was fighting with all his like it was nostalgic.
And yeah,
been like.
You sound like you finna get into a spoiler moment.
Yeah,
yeah.
Go ahead and stop this if you haven't watched the full.
It sounded like you said when it sounded like it was going to go into a scene.
I was still talking about the Batman.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure you weren't going to go into a scene.
Oh,
we almost did it. We almost did it in the last one.
Yeah.
I had to be making sure.
No, I forgot what I want to say. No, we were talking about the Keaton and Ben.
Yeah,
I was like, I feel like Ben was still more the same. Cause the way after I saw how they treated Ben in Justice League, I was really awful. You know after they had that thing like that, and I was like, bro, you really that nigga now. You that type of nigga.
Yeah. So you know, if you haven't watched the movie yet, stop it right here. Go watch the movie, then come back and then we're about to get into full spoilers. So, where do we want to start? All right. So from the get-go, like I said, we start off with
he was trying to get his breakfast, right?
Yeah. He's trying to get his breakfast.
Yeah, this literally starts from this.
Yeah.
Like it was a regular.
And right off, and from the gate, I was pissed off.
From the running stance?
That running stance was ugly as fuck.
His little setup. I get what
Flash never does that.
What does it? Does he just leave?
He just runs.
He just runs. They should have took a page out of Eternals. Eternals did super speed running great. Say whatever. I actually enjoyed Eternals.
Me too.
I know. Say whatever else you want to say about the film. Whatever. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but that running in it was amazing.
Because I hate the skating run, and they showed us like, hey, right back from the get go, we back with the skating run.
Yeah, he even went into skating stance, and then was just like,
yeah. See, I think that was lazy. I thought that was really.
It's like a luge. It's like, you know, the Olympic skating. That's why I'm like, bro.
And I'm like, I just feel like I've never really seen him. Even in the cartoons, they never really. I've never.
He
really
just runs.
He just runs.
The only time that you ever see him do the stance is when him and Superman race.
Yeah. And that's because you're doing a race, though. You're getting in a running stance for a race.
Or when he has to power up and he wants to like run like around the world to do his mega punch.
But yeah, I mean, I've seen him. Like, he did it in the last movie. He did,
but not for your regular everyday run. That nigga doesn't do that. That shit, I hated it so much.
And I feel like they were doing it though, because they were like. Because you have to. This was pretty much after. This is after the last whatever.
Yeah.
So I feel like the skating thing, like what they were trying to show with Barry was that he did mature. Like, you understand? Like he knows he's fast, so he can just kind of skate to do shit. Like he just kind of skating. He phases. You know what I'm saying? I've been here. Like I've done.
Because in that opening sequence, they showcase his skill set. You know, like he saved the babies. He was like how technical that he can think. You know, even lining them up so that we can do it. It didn't pay off for me.
I didn't enjoy that scene.
That was like the start of like, oh, this is what the CGI gonna be like.
Yeah,
that was really what it was.
And I'm like, I know what they because like
in the running went into that.
Because remember that was supposed to be like, you know, that's your big opening action scene.
Yeah,
you know, you had Batman riding through with the motorcycle.
Batman was killing it. When he went through the explosion, he come through. He came through like off the bike, like that, killing it. I'm okay. I can get behind this.
But it wasn't the flex that they thought it was.
And I will give them that though, because you just know, like I think that's just what it is. Like the Flash just cannot stand on his own as a like an individual hero. Like I know they do comics and everything of him with him, or like they got runs of it, but like you had to have the start of this movie be like a Justice League, like we need you to do something.
But you
like
don't.
Alfred calling everybody, and he like, why can't nobody else do this? Like
Well,
you got to do it.
See, that leads to my second thing too. The Flash never was the butt of the joke in the Justice League like that. Yeah, he tried to holler at the girls, but he was always smart and he was a respected member of the Justice League.
He was witty.
I mean, I'm witty.
But he was witty.
No,
like,
but what I'm saying is, in here, they treated him like
he called himself the janitor.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I feel like, but I think that was the really messed up too, is because they really do treat him like a kid.
Yeah.
Like they were like the whole Justice League thing was that idea of like having Flash come in as this kid while they all actually are adults. I felt was always stupid.
It was. It was because he wasn't supposed to be.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
That was a stupid thing that's why everybody was irritated, because it was like the Justice League Flash that we got was an 18-year-old. Like I'm actually a fan of y'all.
Right.
Like it was like they were trying to do this. They were trying to do the Tom Holland thing.
Which is I'm like, y'all have so many characters in DC that y'all can just give that trope to where it fits. Why age a character down for this?
Yeah, and that's what
fair.
killed the Flash to me, because that's what everybody's saying. Like, so even with this one, when I was like, this pretty much was just that it was literally Justice League all over again. With the Flash going into another dimension to create it itself, because you really pretty much running into another 18-year-old Flash.
Right.
Yeah, but even you're not wrong about that. But the kicker of the earlier where I wasn't already out of it. Like I said, the first scene I was just like, not a fan of it, but I was still like kind of here for it. Was they were, to your point, having great action, and the cameos was cool, because when Wonder Woman showed up, I was definitely like, okay.
Everybody, you could hear it in the crowd. Everybody was like, that's what I said. That's what made me realize, like, you couldn't, if you didn't have them pop up, and it would have just been all Flash, niggas would have been bad, bro.
Yeah, like, if that wouldn't have started with,
did y'all know Wonder Woman was gonna show up? Because I didn't know she was in this movie.
I didn't either.
I didn't either.
Okay.
I damn near feel like that was the extra they added. Like, you know what I'm saying? When they was really like, we gonna sell this movie. That was the extra they really added. You know what I'm saying?
Now again, and what's funny is like the one moment of Barry that I did, I was like, all right, this. It feels like what I'm used to with a Barry Allen story, Flash story. Was all the moments with his pops, because that the emotional, and again that goes to more like both of the actor, right? Fits it, but it's like it is that dealing with that, and then that's usually when he does really generally first breaks the times to the Speed Force. He's reflecting and feeling like I can't do shit, so he runs out of a bit of rage or frustration and accidentally runs into it, right? So like that was all on par and everything like that. Right. And again, like I said, this is where we get into their visualization of the multiverse. He's running in this little tube, this
like this dome,
orb, this dome.
Didn't they call it like the Time Coliseum or something? I forgot what they called it. Remember he said remember the other Barry said it's called it like the Time something.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly, but it started then, and I get what they was trying to do, showing that like, okay, you just have all these layers of the world. I'm assuming each round was a year round or something, I guess, or something. I don't know.
Right.
Like I said, they didn't really.
What was weird though, because with that, they were showing stuff that was happening very recently, and showing it being undone. So it's like it almost felt like he was running hours or minutes.
Yeah, I think the first time he did it, he was just like, he realized he did only go back. He told Bruce, like, I only went back a day.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. He said, I only back a day. Because I remember he had poked his head.
Like, I can go back.
He poked his face through, and he was in the air right when they was about to catch it.
I think that was when you realized that, like, bro, y'all are really being lazy, dog.
Hey, I was like, hey, y'all, all the people who was trying to shit on Ant-Man and they CGI, y'all owe them apology.
Bro, that was a polished version of what happened in Thor.
It was.
Like, they saw what happened in Thor. Like, ooh, let's polish that real quick.
Yep. And they only ran one render over it. Like, just throw one render over it real quick. Like, yeah. And so, again, Barry Allen in general is always going to be irresponsible. The one thing that's constant with every Barry Allen is he gonna fuck up the timeline. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, and that's what I'm saying. Like when you if you really break it down to I don't want to call it like a copycat. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, to me, they really did make Ezra Miller like Flash, like Tom Holland, Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? And even in the sense of the comedic, like kind of thing of Justice League was pretty much all of that was like, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, so even with him doing it, like that, like if you think about it still fell with him having his, reflecting and talking to his parents, but like making that kind of random, like I'm gonna just do it with the same thing that pretty much like the movie. With Spider-Man, pretty much Spider-Man fucked up everything.
Yeah,
No Way Home.
Yeah, No Way Home.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you deal with multiverse,
But I mean,
that's
like
I think that's every multiverse story.
But to Deuces' point,
You can't tell the multiverse story without telling that ever. There's always going to be somebody
that's the future.
Yeah.
I go back in time because I wanted. I forgot why. I forgot specifically why.
That's Spider-Verse. That's multiverse of madness.
I'm going to mess with time because I want to change something. And I fuck up everything else.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, and that's why I said. But this was like I said, this is so low, but it was so done so poorly.
Yeah, it was. It was
poorly.
But it
was done average.
Okay, I could because you enjoyed the quirky Barry, right? The younger one. You seem to enjoy him.
Oh, you said well? No, I enjoyed him more because he was like they did. It was like they did. He went harder. Cause he was quirky, like he was. That's why I said like all y'all did is he was able to be 18-year-old Barry.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
like you know what I'm saying, like but he was able to go extreme now.
It was just
because we're at the point where, like I said, Barry then he finally does go back in time to try to stop the moment, and so he as he's doing his research, he realized like, damn, when my pops he went out to go get the tomatoes. And because
Bruce sent him the footage.
The footage. They cleared up the footage, and he was like, "Damn, he doesn't look up." And he was like, "Man, if my pops never went out, if my mom never forgot the tomatoes, my pops wouldn't have to go out to get the tomatoes." And then again, what threw me off, this whole Latin background.
Also, wait, before we talk about going back,
that motherfucker like, I was like, you talking about the mom and all that shit.
But wait, before we go back, because me and Vaughn was talking about it. He got this realization when he had Iris at his house. So when they had a situation where they could have given us to show why we should be invested in them two together.
Yeah,
he dipped out on it.
They let him. And
he dipped out on it.
Vaughn had the funny. He was like, "Bro, this nigga can go in time. Why he ain't just had a night and then do it the next day?" Like, he's not wrong.
Because he got the time.
He got the time. He does.
No, that's it.
He does.
Like, yeah,
but yeah, when he goes back in time, he goes back to the moment. Right, first thing first, he's seeing like he goes back to the crib and he's seeing younger himself and his parents. And like I said, it threw me off. That
he asked both of us like, "Hey, you remember?"
I was so thrown off. Like, wait, what is going on?
I was kind of like, damn, you asking me? You already know this a long time.
The nigga name is Barry Allen.
It is a
Barry Allen.
I mean,
maybe his middle name like Carlos or something. Barry Carlos.
Maybe Barry is his middle name actually.
Right.
He
Felipe?
Barry Allen.
Threw me way off.
I'm about to hold on. I'm about to look
how you doing
that? But I was like, yeah, it was definitely that shit was funny though.
I forgot we got this.
It was really crazy too because it was like,
let's see what they say about Barry Allen.
Like, why?
I have no clue. So then Barry goes to Barry Allen, not the younger one, but the regular one. He goes to the grocery store when his mom was there, so that way she don't put it in there. Put the tomatoes in her basket so she doesn't forget it. And then as he's trying to run back to his time, you see this big ass thing jumping through the motherfucking time force and knock his ass out of time. Now he thought that he was back in time, but then he ends up going back to when Barry Allen was 17 years old. 18. It was 18 years old.
Freshman year.
Yeah.
Freshman year in college.
No, it don't say nothing about his mom in here.
Yeah.
I don't think they was trying to say Latin. I think they were just trying to say Spaniard.
Either way it goes, it was random.
I mean, but Spain, that's still white people.
Is Ezra Miller ain't he just white?
Oh, you talking about the act? I don't know.
I don't think about that. Maybe that's why. I don't know what he is.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess it was because the Barry Allen from Justice League when he was introduced, I would have just looked at it as white. Like they didn't give me no indication that this nigga had any kind of Latin background.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think it's supposed to be from Spain. They're not still just white people.
Okay.
Barry Allen from Central City. All right, I'm gonna let you know this. All right, his dad from Central City.
Maybe they're from the Latin part of Central City.
South Central City, man.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So now, regular Barry is trying to explain to young Barry, like, all right, bro, listen here, you need to get your powers because you come. It just happens to be the day that he gets his powers, so we got to get you back there. And then in the midst of him trying to get that Barry his powers, this regular Barry loses powers, and at the same time, Zod's back. Right now. I always liked Zod as a villain, so I was excited that Zod was coming back.
It was dope to see Zod come back.
You know what I'm saying? Zod came back, and
I still don't like the helmet. I never liked it.
Oh yeah, and then
I think it was a damn CGI on the helmet.
Well, it's because technically it was because of the air, right?
Yeah, I never understood. I don't know it from the comics. So I just never understood why, if every other Kryptonian is cool, why his squad was like.
Well, didn't in Superman he did, and once he realized it was cool, he took the helmet off, didn't he?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
They did come thinking that they wouldn't be. That's right. That's what it is.
Yeah.
They wasn't sure.
Yeah.
About the air.
Oh yeah, this would be his first arrival. So
he
doesn't know.
Right, he doesn't know.
He
And
doesn't know that.
They just started fighting.
Right.
They had no time to realize.
And then come to find out, Barry was there. Because, so Barry starts talking like when the other Barry was like, well, who the fuck is Zod? He's like, bruh.
You're going to give me a Barry 1 and Barry 2. I'm sorry.
He said regular Barry and young Barry.
Yeah,
regular
Barry. Okay. You want Barry 1, Barry 2, or you regular Barry, young Barry?
You can just get Reggie B.
Reggie B. All right.
Don't call him that. No, you do not.
But and one also forgot how devastating Zod's machine is, bro. That is an aggressive slam down to the fucking concrete.
Why does it need to do that?
And well, I guess maybe it's what's it?
Do you think it's like it's hammering down?
But here's the thing, like, you knew it was aggressive because you see cars exploding. But when you saw the dad floating in the air and just knowing that he is about to go straight down to the ground, just body to the floor. Bro, and even the way they shot it, the car conveniently covered it up so you don't see the body swim.
Yeah, they do. And I do give it that though. There was definitely a couple scenes there you were like, damn, y'all got serious with this.
Yeah. DC went dark.
Yeah, DC had those dark scenes. For it to be goofy, it was.
Hey, cause I ain't gonna hold you. At the beginning, I was like, are these kids gonna make it? These babies? I thought them babies was about to hit the flow.
I thought it was over for those babies.
I was really more wild on the fact that it's like, y'all thought about babies. It could have been an office.
And it wasn't one baby. It was 7 babies.
Like, it could have just been an office with people, which it usually is. Like, y'all said, we gonna top this? Babies.
Hey, low key, the baby in the microwave shouldn't have made it.
Bro, that shit was the wildest shit ever.
You ever thought about that in the room? You are fired, my guy.
That was wild. That nigga put a baby.
Was that you who was saying the microwave dinged
it did.
Yeah, like, when it went through the fire, I was like, that's all like dog. Like, he put the baby in the microwave, but the microwave still passed through fire.
Yeah,
like, he was trying to protect the baby in the microwave through fire. Yeah. So like the microwave still heated up.
If it went through that quick, maybe he's not heated up enough. You know.
Dinged.
I mean, I got nothing about the ding. You notice I stopped after I said it.
But so when he explained it to him, he's like, "Hey, I was there." He was like, "Bro, I couldn't do shit then." Also, that nigga said, I can't do shit now. We need help. That nigga was like, hey, in this world, he was like, oh, the funny thing too, also, when he realized the timeline was all fucked up, I like that. There's that scene, that comedy of that scene. Back to the Future.
Yeah. Look at who Eric Stoltz was. I forgot his name too.
Eric Stoltz? I don't know who that is, yeah.
Cause I'm like, it has to be an actor that everybody know, but it's the fact that you replaced him.
Yeah, and so he was like, Back to the Future. I seen Back to the Future. It is not Eric Stoltz. They're like, bruh, yeah.
Oh, he was Rocky Dennis.
Yeah,
and Mask.
And then the reveal, obviously, like you said, he was like, man, we ain't got no Batman. And then one of the girls there was like, I am Batman. And I love that no matter what, I am Batman is there. Because he's like, why you say that? He's like, yeah, of course Batman real nigga. Nobody know who he is. You know what I'm saying? Right. And then so that he takes young Barry to Wayne Manor, which is looking really crazy, really fucked up.
Wayne Manor was rough.
and they trying to find Bruce and everything like that. And then the most oldest version of Bruce, the most hippiest version of Bruce I've ever seen pops up.
Alfred was gone.
Alfred was gone.
Like I said, it was an empty house, dust everywhere.
Yeah.
Hey, I think that look was Keaton's idea.
Probably.
He wanted to look like that.
I think he wanted to have some fun with this.
I mean, he definitely was having fun this whole movie. He was having fun.
I think he wanted to have some. Like, hey, let me do some fun stuff.
Yeah, because because you know what? What's funny
I
is
wouldn't be surprised they asked him like, so what would this Batman be doing now?
Right.
And he was like, well, Alfred's gone. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm just being lazy now.
Lazy. I got a big ass beard. I sometimes I don't have no shoes on. My pants look like hippie pants. Because even when it was that, they told him everything. He's like, okay, so hey, you fucked up the timeline. You were Flash too. Y'all the same people. All right, and then there's Zod's here. Y'all need a Superman. He's like, yeah. He's like, but we also have a Batman. He's usually like tactician. He's like, cool. Well, all right. Well, hope y'all have fun because I ain't doing that shit. Like he was not here for it at all.
And it was so. It's just you forget how good. Like Michael Keaton Batman is my favorite Batman.
Yeah,
it's because it's Michael. Like Michael Keaton is one of my favorite actors. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like it's because it's Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
That's when you realize. Because that's what I'm saying. Like they were really. He was just being Bruce Wayne, really. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You like. Bro, this nigga, it felt still like 1980.
It did.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
It felt like they
Michael
captured the time.
Watching you literally in that time.
Well, that's why I called it spectacularly average because it had some highs.
That's what I said. All the highs was the cameos,
the nostalgia was there. Like we already said earlier, Supergirl killed it. Keaton killed it.
But here's where they shot themselves in the foot. They revealed way too much. Imagine if none of this was revealed in the trailer.
Imagine if we wouldn't have known that, especially like when they were. Remember, every time they kept talking, we gotta go get the Kryptonian. We gotta go get the Kryptonian. That was it. You can tell that was supposed to be a surprise. Yeah. But you already announced that it was gonna be Supergirl.
Yeah, or like even with
you was trying to like
even with the Batwing reveal, it's like y'all already showed us this.
Right. You definitely know that. They had no faith on him standing alone. But that's why I said if you look at the movie, it was just a star-studded around Flash movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they knew they was gonna only be able to sell this movie by showing you that it's not gonna just be Flash.
Because even when it was in the Batcave, it was dope. Yeah, it was like all this. But I'm like, but y'all showed us
that was damn near one of the first things you showed us.
Y'all showed us everything that would have been like, like y'all took it away. You know what I'm saying? And
literally the one moment you had was Wonder Woman showing up.
No, the last part too. I'm talking about the all the multiple Supermen. That was an old moment. I didn't know nobody saw that coming.
Yeah, I mean, and because you definitely didn't put this nigga in the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like that, and that's really crazy. Like,
no, matter of fact, no, it wasn't. They revealed that because somebody was talking already about the CGI. Somebody was already.
So people
talking
already, you know me, I had checked out after the first trailer.
I didn't read the article, but I saw the headline was. People are already talking about this gross CGI representation in the Flash, and I was like, "Oh, some canon." I immediately that's how I knew Christopher Reeve was going to be in it because I was like, "Somebody's dead's going to be in it." Yeah. Oh, they need a Superman. They brought Christopher Reeve. Like that was
okay. Because
now that would have been horrific. If it had been a CGI Christopher Reeve.
He showed up, but for the whole movie,
for the whole movie, So where we're at right now is what was I just talking about before that?
Oh, where they at? Where we at in the movie?
So that's when we're looking for. Yeah, we're looking for.
Yeah, because he's like, all right, he's trying to use Bruce's supercomputer to find any instance of a landing of an alien. Because he's like, it's not Clark, it's not, and Bruce doesn't know about it. So he's like, no, I know you. Like, it's somewhere here. And so they find out that the base that they got to go to. Yeah. And they're like, well, how we gonna get there? And that's when Bruce shows up in the original Batcow, the stiff neck. Stiff neck, Bruce.
You should have picked one of those other suits.
You gotta go stiff neck.
All them suits had the stiff neck.
He's vintage, fam. Vintage.
Bro, he had the black.
You know what? No, they all do because Batman. Because Young Flash makes a suit out of an old Bruce suit,
that's right.
And it was still stiff neck. Remember, it was still stiff neck.
Bro, he had the gray and blue. Like he could. That didn't look. I guess granted it was on the mannequin. It didn't look as stiff on the mannequin.
Hey, man, stiff that.
I think that was a cotton one though. He like, I gotta get.
Oh, it might have been the gray and blue.
Yeah, the gray and blue.
That was a cotton one,
So like, we break out the bat wing, they fly through it and everything like that to go to the.
They didn't do the moon thing too. I thought they was.
They did.
They did.
Did they?
It was subtle. I'm gonna tell you when.
Subtle, yeah.
I'm gonna tell you when. Because like what it was as they got there when he dropped them out of the parachute, and then he was like, I don't need a parachute. And when he fell out, the way it is, they showed them falling, and then the bat wing was up, and then they showed it. Yeah, they showed it in the moon. And so, like I said, so then they get down, and then they go through the base. And then that's,
they're in Russia, I'm assuming.
Yeah, they're in Russia. They're going through the base. They find Kara. I see Kara. Yeah, they find Kara.
But to your point earlier, that would have been another, like I said.
It would have been. Because that story is always fire.
That story, the story is fire, but even up until then, the way that they're talking, they kept saying, even like the people in the base were talking about the Kryptonian.
Mm-hmm.
The Kryptonian, they kept saying, and obviously from their end, we're assuming that it's Bruce, or assuming that it's Clark. So if that would have been the reveal that like, oh shit, this ain't Clark, it's Kara, that would have been so much fire than us knowing like, oh yeah, Superman ain't even gonna be in it. Like,
I get that.
And then we get probably one of the most tragic goons getting their ass beat scenes, because them goons got mollywopped.
I ain't gonna lie, that was my favorite scene. She was
they brought her to the sun. And then, bro, she got that motherfucking son.
They got to going crazy.
Throwing niggas everywhere, kicking niggas. She
killed the solid 3/4 of them.
And not one person put their gun down. Everybody kept on trying. I would have stopped after that first one. After she sent that first person all the way out.
The first dude she threw
up against, when she was in the air, I'd have been like, bro, I'm out of here, dog.
Bro, they knew what she was up against when they put her in that big ass metal ball.
Yeah. So when I came down and be like, hey, she got the ball? I'm going back to my room, nigga. Like, I need a bar,
bro.
Nigga.
Even if I am feeling reckless, and I'm thinking, like, bro, we did it once, we can do this again. Yeah. When she threw the first nigga, I'm like, hey, y'all got it.
Yep.
Y'all have fun.
Y'all good. Y'all good.
Yeah, y'all definitely, fam.
Y'all good.
I'm finna get flung, bro. You see where he at? Like, he ain't coming back.
Yeah. No.
Like,
she threw one nigga into an explosion.
Right.
Yeah, like you think, dog. That's why I was like, that's really what I was like, because it also, I think that was, I think we had to get Black Adam to really take this, how she was going crazy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Adam, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was definitely
was going crazy. Yeah.
He was tearing everybody up. Like, and it was similar to that.
It was,
because it's like, because when I watched Black Adam, I was like, bro, I don't remember DC letting niggas just ride. Like, did Rock really pay for this? Like, I on it.
Yeah.
So then when I saw a car, I'm like, okay, I'm comfortable with this.
Yeah.
This ain't all brand new.
It ain't all, man. So then, like I said, so they win that fight, and then they take her back to the Bat Cave, and then at that point, she like, hey, fam, like,
what? Did she get her full strength? Remember that?
Yeah, they take her to the roof to top of Wayne Manor, and he's like, yeah, so we got to go stop Zod. No, he didn't tell her to Zod. Yeah, he just said
she knew Zod was here.
Yeah, she knew Zod there.
Yeah, I think she was thinking about
the humans.
Yeah,
he was like, yeah, she was like,
turned on me. Why the fuck I gotta go to my people?
Because remember, she had bounced on him. She had left at first to go.
Wanted to see Zod.
Wanted to see Zod, and then she saw Zod lay waste to the motherfucking military people, and then.
That was her change of heart, like, bro.
You know how quick her change of heart was? She didn't even fight in that moment. They saw her. She was like, "Hey, hold on, let me go get my niggas real quick." Right. She was like, "Hey, hold on, real quick, hold on. I ain't ready. I ain't know y'all was on this type of shit."
She definitely creeped up and was like, "Whoa." She said that hey little too loud. She said that hey little. And they like, "Whoa, you."
Well, to be fair, they didn't even look like they didn't look like they was ready to go try to fight her. Like. They saw her and they was like, all right.
We don't know what she on
yet. Yeah, we don't know what she on yet. We don't know what she on yet. You know what I'm saying? And so, and then at that point, this is when Barry realizes like, hey man, we ain't got no Justice League, so I need to get my powers back.
Right.
And they got the most makeshift.
This nigga has a bat kite.
Bruce had a bat kite, bro. Bruce had a bat kite. That was
so. First of all, and I'm gonna go on record and say this too. That's why Michael Keaton Batman is the best Batman, because this nigga is unhinged.
He is.
When he was smiling,
because
young Barry.
In what Batman world where he like, I won't let you douse yourself in liquids and electrocute you? Like, what Batman Batman really gonna let a nigga do that?
I was so confused.
I was be the one like, I got it. I got all this shit. I'll do it. We'll do it. You want to do it?
I'm just mad. What was you thinking that you were like, I need a bat kite? What was you doing before any of this that you was just like, bat kite? That's the move.
You know what it is? It's how we do, like with the Geekset merch. He had a kite, and he was like, you know what? If I had a bat kite, it'd be better. And then he was like, I'm gonna make it out. There got to be the bat symbol.
I'm like, but I also felt like it was so like, damn, this is an 80s Batman. This nigga getting power, like he getting electricity from the outside. Like,
well, I mean, and also 80s Batman also used to have random bat shit. Yeah. Like I got my bat phone, I got my bat belt, I got my bat.
That's why, because everything he used, you knew was like it was really like all bat. It was a bat everything.
Bat everything.
So like I was really here. I would have been happier if he'd even called some shit out. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, he without needing to.
The bat kite though was off the charts.
Off the charts.
No, what I thought, I turned to like this nigga got a bat kite.
Yeah.
And the bat kite was like, I did not think I would ever see a new bat anything.
No, I thought we had you right.
You thought we was past it. You thought we was past it.
I thought everything that you could make a bat version of, we saw.
Bro. I thought we held it all, bro. I'm like, you flying this?
Batman having fun.
I need like a 5-minute short of you just explaining to me. What is it for?
Hold on, because you watch Harley Quinn with me, and that Bruce and and what's the name relationship? Batman and the Commissioner relationship.
Commissioner
Gordon.
Him and Commissioner Gordon flying the kite together. I could definitely see. Or Gordon flying the kite. Like, you see my kite? Like, calling you through kite.
That's the early bat signal. They would just fly the kite.
Calling you through kite. You know what I'm saying? Like,
man. But so, the first 2 tries didn't work. Then Supergirl got to come and fly him up in the air, which still made lazy and makes no sense.
Cars unhinged as well. Cause since when Superman gonna take you up into the sky and let you?
Well, we already know she still don't really fuck with humans like that.
Yeah, she probably.
Yeah,
she was
like that.
We already know.
What we trying to do?
She at this point, all she's like, all right, y'all gonna help film unhinged over there.
But like I said, what throws me off is the reason that he became the Flash. It was a unique scenario of lightning and liquid and the chemicals.
I thought he was finna, after he got shot and like he was down to I thought they were just finna just pour the liquid out.
But the liquid never mixed. Where's the liquid aspect?
Bro, I was so mad when they was taking it. I'm like, I know they not finna do this. I know they not finna do this.
He's about to pour some sugar on me.
Cause I was really like, bro, I'm like, y'all didn't refill the glasses back up. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Nigga sitting and it failed, and he like just shit keeps shocking me. Like, you don't know if the battle was more chemical.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like
too little chemical.
It was lazy. They was like, well, okay, we're like, I get what they was like. We got to show them that it didn't work, but then we got to make it work. So how do we do it? Like, but it's like y'all didn't think it through because that was lazy as shit.
Y'all didn't think have him. Then the other thing, I don't know why my mind went there. I was like, bro, what if they accidentally gave Kara the powers? And he just came back. What still didn't happen?
That'd have been some real moments.
Right.
And then we get the line. Like I said, now Barry, he got his powers back. Right. He got his suit back, and he's like, you know what I'm saying? And young Barry made him a makeshift suit out of an old Batman costume.
Bro, that suit's so bootleg.
And then, so when
I definitely thought he was going to paint that motherfucker like opposite. I thought we was going to get the reverse.
That's what I thought too. And so, and then as he's explaining to Bruce, he's like, all right, let's hear it. It said, look, we got our Superman, we got 2 Flashes. I said, we don't got an Aquaman, we ain't got that. He's like, we can still use a Bruce. And Bruce dropped the line. Like, you know what? You want to get crazy? No, nuts. You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
That was my shit, fam.
Yeah.
And I was mad because I already heard that too in the trailer.
In the trailer.
Yeah, they showed it. Yeah.
They showed everything.
So you really did. They really took a lot. They were scared.
They were scared.
They were scared, bro.
I don't think it paid off either.
They were scared, bro. They took a lot of wind out of themselves with this shit. Because it really was, if you really didn't know that, somebody would have came, if no one knew from that trailer, somebody would have had Twitter blowing up like, dog, this Flash was the fucking code. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody, but because we got so much of the trailer like out of it, it was like that's why you really knew it call it average.
So then we get to the climax fight. in general. Like it's the big fight. They go stop Zod and everything, and so we get a couple of. I mean, again, the action was always there.
Was
like I said, the flashes, them doing their thing. Like I said, like I think that was the best moments of Flash.
Oh, when they were running around teaming up.
That was the best moments of Flash. They was teaming up.
I think the hard thing too is that you had to really give. Well, and that's why I said I think that's pretty. If anybody who really didn't like the Flash, like the Justice League Flash, you wouldn't like it because that's what it was in the first Justice League Flash. Like this nigga didn't even know how to be the Flash.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now it was like this Flash is now teaching another nigga who's just
touching
now,
another nigga. Yeah.
Like, you don't know how to be the Flash. So it's like you gotta really watch another stumbling ass. Like do all these big events and fighting this another stumbling ass Flash through this shit.
Yeah. And as they's going, they took a fucking L shit, nigga. Like nigga, Kara she got stabbed up. You know what I'm saying? So when they first go back, they get back there and they try it again.
I thought
it looked like they was winning.
And then, we should have known, because remember Barry was saying everybody but Superman is fast, or we're faster than everybody, including Superman.
Yeah.
And immediately, when Zod started, he just calmed down. It reminded me when Clark came back.
He did.
And I was like, oh shit, no, he's not faster than Superman.
He did.
Clearly, Barry should have known that. He should remember that.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
And then, but like, I did like the parallels, at least showing the difference in experience between both Barrys, because after the first time when they went back in time and they tried it and it didn't work, older Barry was like, bro, this is a canon event. We can't change this. Like he started realizing where young Barry spiraled way more. He just kept on going back in time, and he was trying to stop him. And so, then that's when we get the big reveal, because when the first time Barry, like the thing that pushed Barry out, remember that thing? It was like monster, it looked like it made a time rave. I thought it was at one point a Savitar or Reverse Flash. So every time that young Barry went back, he kept on getting like stabbed by Kryptonian armor. Things started coming out of him. Like he started to dysmorph, and we realized like, oh shit, that thing that kicked him out, that was actually young Barry. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so as he's continued doing it and he's not stopping, OG Barry's trying to stop him, like, yo, like trying to stop young nigga. And then that's when he does finally stop him, he's like, bro, we are tearing up the timeline. Look. And then this when we get the multiple Supermen. They show all the worlds.
I mean, that's what I said. To me, that was just another shot at laziness.
It was lazy.
Really because I mean, that's what because someone pretty much asked, like, how can we show the multiverse really quick? Like in this,
it was a blend of laziness and not, because they had to shoot that whole Nicolas Cage shit.
Yeah, the fact that they at least, actually, I don't know, because never ever saw that Superman movie.
Well, in Depth of Superman, they showed us the documentary.
I didn't watch it.
Oh yeah, they
do show it. Okay.
They show the footage that they've done. That was not it. That was definitely not it.
The documentary, so I just thought nobody ever saw it.
It's called Depth of Superman Lives, because the movie
was called Superman Lives.
Yeah, so it's a really great movie. A documentary, Depth of Superman Lives.
We'll have to watch that.
Yeah, and so
I didn't know they did one for Nicolas Cage movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like, that's why I said it was a mix of laziness and not. They was like, all right, we're gonna do this one, which is like, damn. What's funny is what they did, even though it was lazy how they did it. Remember, that's kind of what we thought they was going to do with Multiverse of Madness. Remember, we was like, okay, the old time. Remember all the predictions that we thought we thought we was going to see Iron Man suit up and everything. We thought they're going to show us Tom Cruise, like.
And I think that's really, because I think in my mind,
you too far from the mic. You pulled it.
Did I? I think probably because I just tilt my head back, but like I've been pretty much talking the same. I did just tilt my head back though, like. I think that's what I was on. I didn't really want to see everybody CGI.
And I didn't want to see CGI.
Like when we were thinking about
that's why
Madness, I was thinking about like, oh, y'all really finna get all these.
Well, yeah, man, we didn't think CGI. We thought that we was gonna see them in suits. Yeah, we remember we was making bets like, oh, it's gonna be Tom Cruise. Like, nah, it's gonna be this one. Like, you know what I'm saying? So so once we start seeing that, and then again, the time rate for whatever it is comes and confronts both young Barry and OG Barry. And you know what I'm saying? And that's when young Barry and OG Barry, they hit him with the special move that they created, which I've never seen that move before, that lightning.
Oh yeah, the lightning ball.
It makes sense when you think about what they was trying to do of closing the circuit.
Yeah.
That's really the whole thing of it.
Yeah.
Was you just need to close the circuit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
And then the whatever's taking over his body starts pulling away, and he realized.
I thought it was supposed to have been. Well,
I
the
assume
original
so.
the original thing that was through his arm was Kryptonian.
Yeah,
like,
but I don't know what the rest of the stuff
It might not have
was.
been Kryptonian. What is it? The nth metal? It probably was that.
Maybe that. But once it starts pulling away, he Barry noticed the scar because he had got the scar. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, "Oh shit, you me?" And he's like, "How long you been doing this?" And you realize that he went crazy, and this is the moment that he went crazy because he was like, "I'm almost here. I got it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, and then that's when they realize, like, bro, we got to stop this whole shit. You know what I'm saying? And Barry stops it.
Yeah, that's what he tells. He tells like the monster Barry pretty much tells him like you're like he's trying to tell OG Barry like you're the reason I can't fix this.
Yeah,
because you keep coming back.
Yeah,
like and fixing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so he was like, so now I can kill you.
Yeah, I gotta kill. That's how I do it.
Yeah, and so you know we and then
Barry sacrifices himself.
Yep,
which I kind of expected.
I mean, yeah.
It was because it was funny that he was blaming OG Barry, which I get it because OG Barry came there.
Yeah.
But it's like, bro, you don't want to keep running. Like, you the problem. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
but to his point, I can understand it. The nigga wouldn't ever have to know any about this if Barry would never did that.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, and that's like I think in the true other standpoint setup of the movie, I did like was this Barry actually wasn't going to have no powers.
Yeah.
Like this was because
remember he had the date. He wasn't gonna be at the lab.
Yeah.
This was a Barry because he had his parents back that never did. Like, cause he went to school because of the case.
Yeah.
For all that, that's what happened at the lab. So he wouldn't have been there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because of that. So it's like it was like. It made more sense that this Barry would be extremely childish because he was like,
well, and then
he
also
grew up never thinking like why would I be a superhero?
And then also in the grand scheme of things, I mean, as it ended, I mean, this universe was never meant to make it.
Yeah.
So he was never going to be a Flash. It was never going to be even a point.
I mean, if you think about if you really think about what the odds were, because I mean, I guess, and that's kind of what I hate about multiverse movies. Because you really can't get as deep as it should be. Yeah. Because it is like, nigga, where is Wonder Woman, Aquaman? You know what I'm saying? Like, if this is like the whole, like another universe.
Remember how, I guess so, if you're looking at it the way, I guess Bruce was explaining it, it wasn't like everything happened up to a point. So, everything, whatever caused Wonder Woman's mom to say, I need this daughter out of clay, didn't happen. You know, whatever caused Atlanta to show up at the lighthouse just didn't happen.
Yeah.
Right, because and like I said, the only thing that's what the constant was the fact was
Bruce
parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because
that's the canon event.
A canon event
that
has to
show up in every universe.
Which is really cool. Because that pretty much centerpiece Batman and everybody like in DC.
I mean, which is like, it is.
Like he's the spawn point of like everything kind of.
Yeah, because you got to think Batman's story in every iteration doesn't change. Like Superman's story changes based off of where he lands. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and you know what? That could be it. Because you got to figure there's certain situations. Wonder Woman is just the blood child of Zeus. Other situations, she was created by Zeus. Yeah. You know, maybe that's what it is. Batman is always.
Well, and then remember in this universe, he killed Kal-El when he was a baby. Remember, that's why. That
was what made her let out her heat vision.
Yeah, her heat vision because she was like, "What did you do?" What did he was like? He didn't make it.
He said they intercepted that nigga.
Yeah,
he didn't even make it.
He didn't make it.
Like,
G.
You let him rush it, and he, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, so I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that was. Like, so I think because when you think about it like that, when you think about the odds of like you said, none of that shit would happen. This would be a universe that would probably get wiped because it's like
I don't know if the whole universe is getting wiped. Earth was.
Because remember that thing. He just eats Earth, so Earth wouldn't have made it.
Yeah. Like, but you can really tell if it was just like because of certain things. You know what I'm saying? It's all this shit not happening. It really would have just showed it was just far less superheroes.
Yeah, it was definitely far less superheroes in that universe.
There was no metahumans.
Did it?
That's what Barry said.
Remember, because when OG Barry was spiraling saying I changed the universe, he said I created a universe with no metahumans.
So like
he did say that.
We don't know for sure.
We don't know if it's for sure, but in that moment he said
it. Sounded like it really would have been. It really would have been the universe. Like it was really just before everybody discovered it.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, because Batman, because like I said, because Carr.
Well, no, they knew Batman wasn't around.
He's not a metahuman. Carr was there, so like Batman just didn't.
No,
Batman probably would have never cared because
it's similar to the Superboy kind of storyline. Is this Kryptonian fell and immediately got held captive, so a lot of the world doesn't really know about her. So you know what I'm saying. And
that's the other reason why I was like, okay, it makes sense that she lost. I think that was like her first, second fight.
Yeah.
probably.
So, and then we get, like I said, towards the end, this is where like all the random big reveals is happening.
Yeah.
Like I said, Barry goes, he goes back in time. He takes the tomatoes out of his mom's.
Didn't like that.
Cart.
That scene, because they kind of alluded to the fact that she knew that was her son, and I'm like,
that's what threw me off. I said, this lady.
like it.
I said, if this is supposed to be a stranger, this lady's doing a whole lot.
Yeah, I was really mad.
Whole lot for the stranger.
I was really mad that they actually made them meet. I was like, fam, don't do this.
Yeah.
Like, I get you wanted him to get his goodbye.
Yep.
But it just, he didn't need it. He didn't.
I mean, I'd rather him say goodbye and really just got out of there.
Yeah, you could have just saw her.
Yeah.
But I didn't really need them to have a whole, especially with him crying. Like, she looking like, boy, this nigga is. You want to be? I'm like, because if he did,
that's why she asked if he needed to hug. Yeah. That is a true mom. Like, bro, you good?
Like, that was. But I feel like in a real sense, that mom would have done that dude home. You need to come home with me. Like, we gonna take care of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he'd be like, no, I can't do all that.
Because I mean, he was supposed to meet her, and then like I said, when we get back, he's going to his pop's case. You know what I'm saying? The footage, that Bruce blurred. He happened to look up. Now, that also threw me off because I think
that was because more changes.
Okay, more changes.
The fact that he met her.
Okay.
I just assumed, I took it as, okay, obviously something did still change.
Okay, because remember at first he was saying, like, he told his pops, like, you never look up. But then when at the trial at the end, his pops obviously looked up at the camera.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? So that was the change, and his pops
I think, but that was what we were talking about because they put the cans, didn't he change the shelves? I feel like because
it didn't.
I feel like you have to watch the movie again just for that.
You saying he put it was down, but he put it up.
He was reaching lower, but the newer video showed him actually reaching the top.
Up.
Oh yeah,
top shelf, and I think he just kind of casually looked up at the camera, probably just because of like.
Yeah, you think Ezra put it up or
I think he swapped.
That makes more sense.
That does make sense.
That makes way more sense. And then we get the 2 final Easter eggs. Yeah. Like I said, because we're thinking that this is back in the original timeline,
right?
Which I'm still assuming it is.
The whole time,
and then we see Bruce's fly ass whip pull up.
He gets the call from. Remember, he gets the call from Bruce because he's talking, and I just wasn't paying attention to the voice. You were saying it sounded like.
So at first, what's funny is I was hearing Clooney, and in my head I was saying Clooney, but when I said it to you, I said that's not. I said, oh, it's about to be Keaton again.
Well, that's what I wasn't paying attention to the voice at all. I just saw the call sign from Bruce Wayne. Yeah, and because of the lookup, I was like, oh, it's probably Keaton.
I said it's gonna be Keaton again, but I was really saying Clooney because when I was hearing that, I said because I watch Ocean's 11 probably like.
Yeah, Ocean's 11 is a great movie. Yeah, I get it.
And so I'm like, I know Clooney's voice. So when I heard, I'm like, oh, that's Clooney. But in my head, for whatever reason, I just said Keaton again.
Saw Keaton all movie.
Yeah. So when Clooney came, I was like, oh shit, yeah. And I'm like, but that was fire.
I mean, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, that was.
I enjoyed that.
I realized that. Again, because I'm standing for Keaton, that they really brought Clooney in and tried to be a Keaton.
They did.
You know they did. Like when you really think about the charisma Clooney really had, I'm like, you was trying to be a Keaton.
Yeah.
No, his own Batman. Like, trying to be a Keaton.
No, I think that was just
Well, yes and no. Here's the thing. Clooney is more suave than Keaton.
Yeah, I think
but
that was
Keaton has a suave craziness that Clooney doesn't have.
Yeah.
Clooney never gave off that craziness. Let's get nuts. You know what I'm saying?
Clooney was truly when they talk about
Clooney was truly Bruce.
When they talk about the Bruce Wayne billionaire playboy, that's why they brought. That's why they brought it Clooney.
That's why they brought Clooney.
They was like, we need the billionaire playboy. Yeah, George Clooney. That sounded about right.
Those are Keaton. Keaton to me is the closest Batman that relates to me to the Gotham Batman.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that.
Batman
I agree with that. Yeah, even old Batman. Even old Batman in the animated series, Keaton that's Keaton. That's Keaton.
That's Keaton Batman.
Yeah, and then we didn't think there was a after credit scene. Come to find out, there's a random after credit scene where he meets Aquaman. Arthur Curry is what they meet him out a bar. He's trying to tell him like, yeah, man, like, look, bro, I know you are. Like, so apparently he is.
Remember he back home now in the regular universe.
Yeah. So he was drunk, wasted out. So this is why.
Was he back home?
I thought so.
Well, he back in whatever that universe is where his dad is free now, and Bruce is that.
The one where Clooney is Bruce.
Yeah.
So we think he's staying in that one.
Yeah, I think that's supposed to be like the new home universe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which, by the way, seeing Clooney back, it made me sad was all of Val Kilmer's health issues. Because I think that's the only reason why we didn't get him back. He had throat cancer.
Oh, but he was supposed to pop up in it too.
I'm assuming if they're bringing all the other Batman, like
they should at least.
They would have definitely had a scene for him.
Yeah. But then what scene? What he could have been?
They probably just really would have used him
for something.
When they was doing the World Cup, like
that might be why they didn't show any.
How they did like the Knicks Superman, they could have just did a Val Kilmer scene.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But that's what I do want to know from y'all. One, like I said, this is our review. This is what we thought, but I want to know what you guys think of the movie. What are you rating it out of the 5 Eagles scale? And what was the best cameo surprise moment, even if it wasn't a surprise, but just the moment of this movie for you guys? Yeah, man, just let us know. But as always, this is the only podcast that blend hip hop culture and geek culture together, and we are out.
Peace.